BT23 hacker Slumber had quite a number of surprises before its general release, and in today's video I discussed the pull rates of everything in the set before reaching some other conclusions. But first, the set was released to attendees at New York Comic Con, and then we were struck with delays in North America that affected primarily Canada. And following this, we're now expecting a general release this coming Friday, but the crazy part is the price of boxes. Generally, a box of Digimon is purchased by a store for about $70, and then sold by these stores at $80 to $85. Some even charge the typical MSRP rate of a pack and ask for $120 a box. But when you go to TCG Player right now, you will see that boxes have already severely declined to under $70. A far cry from what we normally see at this point before general release. And the question is, why? In order to answer this question, looking at the pull rates is one of the big things I like to do on the channel to determine what your chances are pulling certain cards before ultimately giving you an average box or case value. Because the more informed you are of your purchase, the better your opinion is of the game. Today's video has 84 boxes or 7 cases of complete data, provided from Hikari Asobi, High Score Chef, Mighty Jim Jams, Legacy, Jor-El, Vasanier, and myself. However, outside of 7 complete cases of data, this video also credits these individuals: Gotham, Calculator, Polar, American Bash, and Eagle X. While these individuals did not contribute their complete case pulls, in total this video has 25 cases of data when it comes to determining the chase rate. Starting with the super rares, Jesmon, Examon, and Doulahamon were the most frequently pulled super rares. With a pull rate of approximately 60%, it would take under 7 boxes to get a place set. The most uncommon super rare to open goes to Tiger Vespamon Ace, requiring almost 8 boxes to get a place set with a pull rate of 52%. Revealing the remaining values for the super rares, it indicates that about 8 boxes, you'll be able to get a playset of all your super rares. However, I'm projecting certain values at this point of where some of these super rares will stabilize at. And in my opinion, a playset of super rares in BT23 is only going to be about $80. Literally more than the price of a box if you bought one right now. Objectively, can the secret rares make up the value? Across 7 cases, most players pulled 8 secret rares with the exception of 2 cases. And typically they were very close to dead splits between the Hoodiemon and the Mastamon. Currently both cards are in the $20 to $30 range, but based on data and trends, Hoodiemon has a more frequent appearance at 33% and would require exactly 1 case to get a play set. Meanwhile, Mastamon would require about 14 boxes to guarantee a play set. Based on this, we can assume that a playset of both these cards and the super rares would be $280, which equates to roughly 3 boxes if you were to buy them in the $80 range. The trend you're starting to see here is that buying a box isn't necessarily worth it. Luckily, your alt arts could be your saving grace, but this is also a bit of a hit or miss in my opinion. The most common alt art to appear would be Grand Dracmon at 14% across 84 boxes, and being able to complete a play set of this card in a little over 2 cases. The hardest to pull presently being Belphemon X and K, which have pull rates indicating that it would take 168 boxes to get your own play set. Doing a calculation across the cases, the average alternate art value was roughly $220 per case, which meant that on average, a box's alternate art value was about $20. It's not looking great here. Which leads to the next question: what is the chase rate? The chase card is what will ultimately make or break a case when it comes to buying boxes from this set. Across the 7 cases of complete data, my personal case was the lowest value at $640, with the highest being $808. The average being $705. That's right. What I am saying right now is if you spend more than $700 on a case of BT23, chances are you will not make your money back at this instance. Let me stress that one more time. At this instance. Based on the 25 cases of data, the chase pull rate was 56%, which meant that if we assume an equal chance of pulling a 2-star or an SP rare, this means that 1 in 22 boxes you should see a chase card. However, because there are 5 SP rares and 2 gold 2-star cards, if you're hunting for a specific one, it would take you 1 in 152 boxes, or an estimated $12,200 to get that one chase you really wanted. Bottom line, just buy the single. Returning to the original value of $705 from earlier for a case, this means that on an estimated average, you're looking for a single box to be worth about $60 at this point in time. And although I've discussed your chances of pulling specific cards and the potential value that this set offers, what could I possibly talk about for the remainder of this video? There are a wide variety of topics to cover, such as the golden question that content creators love making videos about: is the Digimon card game dying? While I could have slapped this title for the thumbnail, frankly this is an extreme bit of clickbait. Instead, I think that while the card game might not look so hot that other shops are dumping it at close or under cost, is a different kind of indicator. For example, if a game shop buys not just Digimon, but One Piece, Gundam, Riftbound, and more, understandably these cards can afford a loss when it comes to Digimon because they can use that cash to pick up more popular games that have a higher resale point. So let's say hypothetically speaking that stores buy all these card games at $70 a box. Could be lower, could be higher. Some stores you see selling BT23 at $120, which is MSRP on a pack-by-pack basis, and others you see sell for $65. Now, why on earth would some of these stores be selling at cost, or even below cost? If you look at the math another way, let's say a store buys 100 boxes of each game, Digimon, One Piece, and Gundam. If you look at Gundam, boxes can be pretty pricey at times, like $150 or even $200 a box. It just depends on the set. One Piece can similarly be the same. But if suddenly you need more One Piece or Gundam and you don't have much left in the bank, at that point you're going to flip your last game to get funds to pick up more of the hotter selling game. I don't think it's that Digimon is dying. No. I think that there's just a saturation of card games in stores right now, and stores are just choosing to burn through Digimon as their resource because it's not their hottest selling item. Remember, people always want to move to the next new big thing. Which is why after Digimon had its run, and Bandai unveiled One Piece, a portion of Digimon players were cannibalized by One Piece. Likewise, the same thing happened when Gundam happened. Players and stores are simply shifting their priorities. But DigiPanda, that's not even remotely true. I'm seeing less people at locals, and my store stopped carrying Digimon altogether. Though my statement for this last part is more so to a different problem. There are always a variety of factors in what makes a set successful. Frankly, value of the Digimon card game is never static, but always dynamically changing. It's true that while you could buy a box of BT23, you have a higher chance of not making your money back at this time. But at the same time, the price of a card is always dictated by its demand. And currently players might again be shifting their priorities from buying boxes or buying singles to not buying at all. Players may sometimes feel that a set is overhyped or doesn't necessarily create meta waves. And reflecting on EX10, a majority of this set definitely fell flat on changing the meta. We didn't really see Black War Greymon, Beelzemon, or Malaloop achieve any dominance in the top 16 of anything. Instead, the only real winner of the entire set was Magnetic Dramon. Players at this time are just comfortable playing older decks, and with BT23 introducing another potential loop in the form of Hoodie Loop, players need more events to really persuade them on whether a set is necessarily going to be great or not. While a card might see low value now, its future value could grow or diminish further. If it grows, this is where you see instances like EX1 in which players found ways to abuse cards, like Analog Youth and EX1 Metal Garurumon. But we can't make cards valuable in the Digimon card game unless more events occur on a weekly basis that outline what performs well. And in order to make events more worthwhile, this is where, as a completely separate topic, prize support needs to be better in the card game. But the last and final thing I want to discuss in regards to opening boxes and cases is that it's literally gambling. Just because I opened a specific set of cards, or someone else did, does not guarantee you will open 8 secrets in a case, or even guarantee a chase within 2 cases. This is commonly referred to as a gambler's fallacy, and this video simply provides you more insight that could sway you from buying or not buying BT23. And remember, when Bandai releases that survey for your thoughts and opinions of BT23, make sure you drop distinctly in the comments that we should be guaranteed a chase per case, regardless of set. No more some sets have it, and others don't. I hope this video helps inform you of pull rates and the chase rates for BT23. And most of all, bless your pulls if you haven't gotten your boxes yet. This is DigiPanda, logging out.